Welcome to Lagniappe, a program about people, places, and issues. I'm Cory, Crowe, and I'm joined today by Vickie Freeman, the choir director at West Monroe High School and in charge of drama there. Also, Ashlyn, Underwood, and Joe Flash with us. And today we're talking about The Little Mermaid. The production's coming up at West Monroe High School. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to have y'all here, and good to be working with you, too. I get to be your sound man again for another year. This is going to be fun.
That's because you're the best.
That's what everybody tells me. I hope I get paid like the best. Anyway, Vickie Freeman's here with us, and Vickie, you've been doing these musicals a long time. What made you pull out The Little Mermaid this year?
I had several students that, well, it's come up almost every year that we've done one. And I'm always like, I don't know, fish on stage. I don't want it to be ridiculous. And I was worried about that. So I've always put it off. And I had some cast members that just wore me down this year and said, let's just do it. And I thought, well, I'm getting old. I better do it before I run out of steam.
And you've got it all figured out. You got fish, you got a boat, you've got the ocean. It's all there. And you've got Ashlyn Underwood, who's a junior. She is your Ariel. And Ashlyn, tell me a little bit about your part in this. For the folks that, I don't know how they wouldn't know The Little Mermaid, but if they didn't know The Little Mermaid, what's it all about?
I mean, I'm a mermaid, so that's a starter. And she just wants to be a human and see the world that she thinks that she fits in. And then she meets Eric, and her whole entire world changes. And it's a really beautiful story.
So it's sort of like Cinderella. You find your prince, and his name is Prince Eric. He's Joe Flash, a senior at West Monroe. Joe, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me about this. This is your first play that you've done. It's your senior year at West Monroe, and you just decided, I'm going to be the main man, Prince Eric. I'm jumping in.
I mean, I didn't quite decide. I tried out for it, and I was lucky enough to get it. But, senior year, I thought it would be fun. I joined choir earlier this year, and then one thing led to another, and I was like, I should try out for the play. Why not?
Well, that sounds like, you did a great job from what I've seen in rehearsals. This is going to be a fun one. Ashlyn, I think you were made for Ariel. Tell me a little bit about your previous past and how you get to the point of being the star Ariel.
I mean, getting to this point and being Ariel is definitely by God's grace. It's not from really anything that I've done. I mean, I grew up with dance, and I grew up loving musical theater, and I started it last year, and I just happened to get Ariel too.
Well, you're doing a great job. Vickie, you've got a big cast. This thing has a lot of people in it. How many folks are involved in this production, and how do you pull it all together?
Well, I have an amazing team, first of all. I have teachers that help me. Denise Cavan does the playbill and the posters. Gretchen Langenfield and Christy Dunn are the art teachers that paint all the art. Dale Hoover builds all the sets with his construction classes. And then there's 38 cast members and 12 crew members that make it all happen. And Mackenzie Salter is my choreographer. Marcy Hall is my costumer. Of course, Chris Kidd does sound, and you are doing sound. Derek Gentry's doing lights. Gosh, I'm going to leave somebody out. I don't want to. I don't mean to. But it's just amazing. I couldn't do it by myself, of course. And so I have this amazing team that sweeps in and takes care of all the little things that make it look amazing. So, yeah.
Ashlyn, when did you guys start this? How long does it take to get from, hey, we're going to do The Little Mermaid to let's select our cast and start rehearsals? How long have you been rehearsing?
Didn't we start doing reading through the script in November?
Yes.
Yeah, so November.
So y'all been at it a long time.
Oh, yes.
And you're in that long day, long night phase right now where you're rehearsing every night as well. Joe, is it different? I know you've been working it with a piano or the tracks, but now you've got a live orchestra to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the tempos are different, which is not at all the pit band's fault. So there's a lot of stuff to consider, lines to slow down, words to speed up, and a lot of changes that need to be made.
And it'll be a little different when you get an audience in there and they start laughing and the whole thing changes, doesn't it, Vickie?
Sure, yeah, because we have to hold for applause and we have to do all those things, and they won't have that until we have a live audience, so they don't know. I can tell them hold for applause, but inevitably someone will start a line in the middle of an applause and we'll lose it. So we're hoping I'll just continue to remind them when you have an audience and they applause, you got to wait and then go.
Let's talk about those live audiences. Who's coming to see this show?
Well, we have 5 community performances beginning Wednesday night, April 17th, which we're going to do a special show. We normally don't do a show on Wednesday night, but we're doing this because the elementary schools and the middle schools couldn't come during the day due to testing. So we're offering a $5 special half-price ticket for kids 12 and under on Wednesday night, April 17th. And then we'll run the 18th, the 19th, the 20th at 7 p.m., and then the 21st at 2 p.m. And so there's 5 opportunities. We are doing 2 day shows for West Monroe High School students only on the 18th, the morning of the 18th and the morning of the 19th. So we're 7 shows in 5 days. So these cast members are going to be tired.
They are going to be tired, and your band is going to Nashville for a little competition too, and then coming back to do the shows.
Yeah, so that's an extra challenge that we've never dealt with before, but here we are, and we're dealing with it in the best way that we can.
All right, that is Joe Flash, Ashlyn Underwood, and Vickie Freeman. Vickie, again, for folks, they're going to need a ticket to this show. How do they get tickets, and how do they find out more about what's going on at West Monroe High School with choir and drama and upcoming events?
Well, they can always contact me through West Monroe High School website, which is gorebs.org, and that's where you can purchase your tickets. So the tickets are $10 for reserved. All seats are reserved. And then $15 if you want the best seats. Those are the premium reserved seats. Those are $15. And you can get them through gorebs.org. There's a link to GoFan, and that's where you'll purchase your tickets. You can reserve your seat. So I encourage everyone to get on gorebs.org and get some tickets to see The Little Mermaid.
That's Vickie Freeman, Director of Choir and Drama at West Monroe. To find out more, again, head to gorebs.org. To find out about this and other events, head to our website, KEDM.org. Little Mermaid runs the 17th through the 21st. This is KEDM Public Radio.